A suspected terror attack at a pop concert in Manchester has killed at least 19 people and hospitalized about 60, according to local police. Greater Manchester Police said they were treating the explosion that rocked Manchester Arena in the northwestern English city as a terrorist incident until proved otherwise. The suspected attack took place at 10:35 p.m. on Monday. People reported a huge bang as they left the arena following a performance by U.S. singer Ariana Grande, whose fan base is predominantly teenage girls. Friends and family unable to get in touch with their loved ones in the chaos were posting their portraits on social media in a search for information. Theresa May is expected to chair a meeting of the Cabinet Emergency Cobra Committee on Tuesday. The blast looks destined to be the worst terrorist incident in the UK since the London attacks in 2005, which killed 52. The arena said the explosion took place just outside the core part of the venue in a public space. British Transport Police said the explosion happened in the foyer near the ticket office. Ian Hopkins, Chief Constable of Greater Manchester, held a 3 a.m. press conference and urged the public to remain vigilant. "We are continuing to treat this as a terrorist incident," he said, adding that the force was liaising with intelligence and security services. The North West Ambulance Service said 60 ambulances had attended the incident, and that 59 casualties had been taken to hospital. It said it had also treated a number of walking wounded at the scene. Theresa May, Prime Minister, said it appeared to be an appalling attack. "We are working to establish the full details of what is being treated by the police as an appalling terrorist attack. All our thoughts are with the victims and the families of those who have been affected." She said she would suspend campaigning in the general election on Tuesday. Greater Manchester Police, the biggest city force in the UK outside London, asked people to steer clear of the area. Hospitals were turning away non-emergency cases. "Please avoid the area as first responders work tirelessly at the scene," a statement said. Many city centre streets were cordoned off and the police presence on the ground was supported by helicopters patrolling above. The fact that Ms. Grande is American citizen will make the attacks a cause of concern for U.S. authorities. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security said it was closely monitoring the situation at Manchester Arena in the wake of the incident. "We are working with our foreign counterparts to obtain additional information about the cause of the reported explosion as well as the extent of injuries and fatalities," the department said in a statement. "At this time, we have no information to indicate a specific credible threat involving music venues in the United States. However, the public may experience increased security in and around public places and events as officials take additional precautions. We stand ready to assist our friends and allies in the UK in all ways necessary as they investigate and recover from this incident." Manchester remained on edge through the evening. At about 1:30 a.m., bomb disposal officers carried out a controlled explosion on a suspect device near the arena in a small park by the city's cathedral. It turned out to be abandoned clothing, police said. Train services from Manchester Victoria Station, situated below the concert arena, were severely disrupted, with no trains able to leave or arrive. Britain's threat level from terrorism is at severe, which means an attack is thought likely. In 1995, a massive IA bomb exploded in Manchester city centre. Because a warning was given, only one person was injured but several streets were devastated. A witness named Emma told BBC Radio Manchester that Monday night's explosion had shattered glass in the foyer. She, her husband and 2 teenage daughters managed to escape. There were bodies everywhere. "I really don't know how we survived it." Rachel, another concert goer, told the radio station, "Everyone had started leaving and there was a massive explosion. Everyone started screaming. There was so much panic. You couldn't get out because there were so many crowds of people. Catherine McFarley told Reuters, "We were making our way out and when we were right by the door there was a massive explosion and everybody was screaming. It was a huge explosion, you could feel it in your chest. It was chaotic. Everybody was running and screaming and just trying to get out." Witness Majid Khan, 22, said, "I and my sister, along with a lot of others, were all exiting the venue when a huge bomb-like bang went off that hugely panicked everyone and we were all trying to flee the arena. It was one bang and essentially everyone from the other side of the arena where the bang was heard from suddenly came running towards us as they were trying to exit by Trinity Way and that was blocked so everyone was just running to any exit they could find as quickly as they could." Oliver Jones, 17, was at the concert with his 19-year-old sister. He said, "I was in the toilet and heard a loud bang just after the concert had finished and people had started to leave. The bang echoed around the foyer of the arena and people started to run. I saw people running and screaming towards one direction and then many were turning around to run back the other way. Security was running out as well as the fans and concert goers." He added, "I'm in so much shock and panic. You see this on the news all the time and never expect it to happen to you. I just had to run and make sure me and my sister were safe." Several hotels offered free rooms for people stranded in the city while many taxis gave free rides. Residents offered shelter for the night using the hashtag #HashroomForManchester on Twitter, following the example of European cities that have suffered terror attacks. Pat Karai, a city councillor, said of the casualties, he said, "All of Manchester is thinking of them and their families." Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn said his thoughts were with all those affected by the terrible incident in Manchester. In a message on Twitter, Mr. Corbyn said, "Terrible incident in Manchester. My thoughts are with all those affected and our brilliant emergency services." Tim Farrow, the Liberal Democrat leader, condemned the shocking and horrific attack targeting youngsters. Mr. Farrow said, "This is a shocking and horrific attack targeting children and young people who were simply enjoying a concert.